Hello and welcome to my review of Casualty, Public Property, Episode 2 on Trial. This has been a great episode to watch this week, and I think you will all really enjoy it if you've not yet had the chance to watch it. Okay. The continuation from last episode was nice. I think that really was something that was needed to be done, especially with the circumstances that surround the end of the last episode. The husband's upset and question was understandable. He lost his wife and she had a baby in the space of an hour. Like, that is, the most important thing to remember about his story, because otherwise you're not going to understand him as a character, and that is something to understand. I don't know what that says. I honestly have no idea what that says. So we're going to ignore that point. Oh! The bumping was interesting. So, Rash bumping into the guy in red who's Tarek's roommate. I thought that was interesting. I don't like him, at all. I don't like him, and I don't know whether it's because we've only just met him, but I don't like him at the minute. So I'm a bit on the fence on as to whether I'm gonna like the story going forward. I think we will do. I think it's just the start, and I think we just need to get used to this new character, and that's just going to be the end of it. The use of the extras as paramedics was a good idea, especially with, they didn't declare it a major incident, but as a significant incident. I think that was a good idea, because it makes it feel more realistic that there are more paramedics available, and Jan staying in control because Teddy's radio wasn't working also added to the situation. Jodie blaming herself was really painful to watch. Like, I understand, but she does need to stop blaming herself, and I think by the end of the episode where she understood that, it made the whole progression of the story feel really nice. Nicole being back was interesting. I think it's because she's just had a child, I don't like it, but at the same time I do, because then we get the whole Ngozi story through this episode, so that was great. Tarek's dad being him was great. I think having a family member on site always adds something, like when Luca's in or whenever, and Luca's story today was, wow, that was emotional. I will discuss quite a lot of that because it was quite upsetting to watch. Not knowing who the stabber was a great way to start his story, and then with the stab victim, knowing them, it kind of added to the whole situation, and it was really good. I loved it when Dylan stepped in against Siobhan and backed Jodie up, because it was wonderful, absolutely wonderful. The stab victim asking their girlfriend to leave was interesting. I think it was quite upsetting, and I think it was really, especially with the way that the story ends, I get why they did it, but at the same time it's quite upsetting to see. I don't know why everyone was so concerned about the name Dale Squires. I don't know whether that's a real name, so I am gonna have a quick look on my iPad now, but all the characters that knew seemed to be like, oh my gosh, who the hell is Dale Squires? So yeah, I don't think that's a real person. So here we go. Dale Squires, Casualty. yeah, it's not just me. Everyone seems to be doing this. Like X says, who the heck is Dale Squires? Tell us. Hashtag casualty. Then we've got OMG, not Dale Squires. Holy blank. Hashtag casualty. Not helpful. No idea who that is, but thank you. But not helping. One of you guys probably knows. I think having them two know who it was great. I think it was really good. Tarek's dad having a tumour was very concerning, and it kind of adds to the whole you never tell your son anything, but you'll tell other members of your family everything. That seems to be a common theme with their family, in particular because of what happened with Rash's dad in Breaking Point, I think. His dad obviously kept saying, you should be more like Tarek, you should be more like Tarek. And to see it flipped here was wonderful, and I loved it because it kind of added to the whole everyone's the same in the same family, which was really nice. The family dynamic with Nicole's patient was wonderful. I think having that sort of family dynamic is really fun to see in any programme. Like, I love Modern Family for that. Like, I think it's absolutely wonderful to watch. I think this really made me smile in a way because it's so realistic to things that we see all the time. Jodie having the dad see the baby yes. Jodie bringing the dad to see his, I was about to say his son when I was writing it, but I don't know the gender. I think it's a girl. So having him go to his daughter was wonderful. I don't think we'll see him or the baby again. I think that's the end of their story after this episode. I'd like to be wrong. I don't think I am. And that is the sad truth. The reason I've shut my curtains, as always, is because, guess what guys? We have snow outside. You can't see that, can you? Anyway, if you could see anything then, it's snowing. So I finally got my white Christmas. Christmas ends tomorrow, so, you know. Officially ends, so tomorrow is the 6th day of Christmas, which is like the end of Christmas, if you will. I won't be editing this video because I'm quite short on time this week. I will be doing it from next week. I do apologise. So that's why this one feels a bit rushed. I'm so sorry, I have no time anymore. I will do next week, I promise, because I'll have more time. Like, I also need to get out some shorts and stuff, so I'm sorry. It's either this or it goes out on Monday, and I'd rather it go out today, so yeah. The girlfriend talking to Faith about love was really powerful. I think that was a very powerful thing to see because we know Faith has her relationship with Ian, but she also had her relationship with Lev, and that was really, really powerful, that one, because he ended up being gay, and it was like, oh, and it was wonderful. But at the same time, now watching it, her story is really emotional, so like, you know. Yeah, Nicole, oh yes, so Nicole had like that pain in her uterus, I'm presuming, and then she kept going and kept working through it. It was a powerful moment. It was tough to watch, but I understand because she's there and she wants to keep going. Ngozi announcing that she was going back to Nigeria was so painful, and I'm so glad that she isn't. That is my thing at the end, but it's really painful to watch that because I was sat there going, Oh, I wanted their story to keep going. I'm glad that it is. So thank you, Ngozi, for staying. Ngozi feeling the distance from her son was painful. I think the fact that her son is so young and she is in a different country is really tough for them. No one turning up for Luca was so painful. Like, I understand he has, like, hit someone at school, but at the same time, like, I thought at least one person would turn up, so there was so much pizza left, and I felt really bad for him. So, and then him going upstairs and hitting Faith was so painful, but at the same time, I understand. Like, his story is all at a climax, and I've not written any of my action line stuff today. You know where it is anyway, but, like, I feel bad for him, even though he's done something wrong, which is because we know it's not him, and then him, like, lashing out was like... Anyway. And finally we end with Nicole asking Ngozi out, and that was absolutely beautiful. I can see one of them dying though, and that is, like, it's the sad truth, but I see one of them dying now because of that scene. And that is the painful truth. So, that, ladies and gentlemen, is the end of this week's Casualty. Please follow for more reviews. Oh. And I'll see you in the next one. As always, keep on smiling.